MerriMack Gaming Reviews. Where the hell is my name?
Hello, everybody.
That is my line.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you owned that line.
Well, I don't.
Sorry.
But who says it more? Me or you?
Well,
It is very simple. Me or
okay, all right.
you.
Okay. Fine. You have it. That's your saying. You can have it.
This
you
is
say
true.
more than
I
I
do. Thank you.
Okay. So,
You know what? You can use it. It's okay. I love you.
What? Why would you say that? Thank you. Thank you for that very awkward moment, forever captured now on camera. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, let's just keep going here. Today is our very first super review. Dude, say it. Say it. Super review. Do
The
it.
Super Reviews.
Okay, yes. We are here today, Grover and myself. Super Grover and myself, to talk about our latest playthrough of Alan Wake for PC, which overall was a very interesting game, to say the least. It was very confusing, is a better term. You know, we'll talk about the good things that the game had going for it, as well as some of the negative aspects that I didn't really care for. I'm not saying you're not going to like it, because I didn't like it. But, you know, when it comes down to it, it's all about preference. So you could like something and I don't like, I like something you don't like. That's just what it is. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? Shall we get started? You're gonna be good?
You are the boss, man.
Okay. Let's see how this goes here. So, I'm gonna do the best I can here to give you guys a very general synopsis of the story that takes place in this game. Because honestly, it's a little bit hard to follow. It's like I said, it's confusing. You're going to be asking yourself, what the hell is going on? A lot in this game. You know, it's that kind of game. It's like one of those very confusing movies.
Or, if you're not an idiot, you will be able to understand it with ease.
Really?
Yes.
Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, Grover. I'm sorry, Super Grover.
Yes, I am super.
Yes, you are super indeed. But I seem to recall a night that you asked me,
oh, what is the main character's name again? I can't remember the name of the main character. Who's that guy?
You remember that? No?
No, I don't remember that. No.
Huh. See, because I distinctly remember that question, because that really stuck out in my mind.
Okay,
Why would he
fine.
be asking me that question?
But I was drinking pretty heavily. I was
Ah,
gone, man.
Okay.
That was the same
Okay,
night I
yeah.
asked your girlfriend out.
What?
I asked her, how does she get her hair so straight? That's what I asked her, yes. Because my hair, it is not straight at all, you see.
Are you serious?
What?
Oh my god. Why don't we just get back to the review? We'll deal with that later. Okay? We'll get back to the review now. That's what they came here to see. Yeah. Oh my god. What? So as I was saying, I don't even know what the hell was I talking about. Oh my god. Okay. So yes. The storyline, that's what we were talking about. It's very confusing and it's very hard to follow. So I'm going to dumb it down for you a little bit so you guys can maybe understand it. Not dumb it down for you guys, just dumb it down in general for everyone, because I don't even understand it, okay? So basically, you are Alan Wake, which is the main character's name, by the way. It's the name of the friggin' game. Okay? You're Alan Wake, and you are a mystery / suspense / horror writer. You write novels, okay? Much like Stephen King books. And you and your wife are on this little trip to this little town, Bright Falls. I could be wrong. I can't remember Bright Falls was the name or not. You're going to this town for a book signing for Alan and his new book, and your annoying, doesn't even begin to describe it, annoying, oh my god annoying, right, agent signed you up for this little trip. We'll get to him later. Don't want to leave him out. So eventually weird paranormal things start happening, and your wife is taken. Okay, that's what they call this force, the Taken. And they call it, you know, that's what they call it, by this darkness. Okay, and this darkness pulls her onto the lake, and essentially you're on this mission. Okay, you're Alan, and you're on this mission, trying to unravel this mysterious town incident that's going on with this darkness, while at the same time you are trying to find your wife. That's Alan's main goal in this game, I think, is to find his wife. He wants to know if she's dead or not, you know. So that's what keeps you playing, I think. That's what this game comes down to. And you meet a lot of people on the way. Some more helpful than others, right? Barry.
Oh my god, Barry!
Agent is a great example. Yeah, go ahead.
I hate that guy. And I do not hate anyone, but I hate Barry.
Yeah, definitely. Barry was he was so useless in this game. I don't know why he was even in the game. Actually though, you know what, now that I think of it, I don't think any of this would have happened had it not been for Barry. Think about it. If he hadn't signed Alan up for this book signing in this weird town with the darkness and the Taken, he wouldn't have lost his wife. Therefore, there wouldn't have been any bad things happening to Alan. Alan would be okay.
Well, yes and no.
Well, no, just yes. It's just yes. There's no no.
But no, too.
Okay,
See,
fine.
no.
Go ahead. Tell them. What?
He did not cause this darkness to show up in this town. He's not responsible.
Wait a minute. You're defending the guy that you hate?
No. He was a useless piece of.
Whoa. No.
What?
You can't say
What?
that. You can't. You can't say that on here. On here, I don't.
Say what?
You can't say on here.
I can't say.
No, you can't. No.
Why can't I say?
Because you can't. That's why you can't. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Oh wait.
I'm sorry. What?
Wait.
What?
Wait.
What?
Do you mean I can't say? Like I can't say the word?
No.
Do you mean I can't say?
No.
Like
No,
I cannot say
stop.
anything.
You cannot say that word on here. You can't say that word on here.
What word?
Oh my God.
Well, you just said it as much as I did.
I'm so sorry about this. I'm so sorry about this. Please bear with us. We didn't rehearse this at all. We really need to start rehearsing these a little bit. Okay? We gotta start rehearsing these.
Why?
Why? What? So this doesn't happen. So we don't look like idiots on here. This is, you know, national. Why? Let's just get back to the review, please. Just stay quiet, please. Let's move on with the pros here, okay? The pros of the video game. I absolutely love the atmosphere of this game. It was spooky, you know, it was suspenseful with the foggy woods that you're running through at night with these bloodthirsty killers, you know, the Taken that are coming after you. You know, they're sprinting after you. They're not just running anymore. It's sprinting after you, and that makes it a lot more scary because you have a sprint button, but they're just as fast as you, and it's, you know, it's creepy. I don't know. It gives it a little something extra. And there was definitely a variety of enemies that kept you on your toes. You had to constantly be on your guard and move and dodge their attacks.
You weren't very good at that, were you?
Which can be difficult at times because there are so many, and they're surrounding you, they're flanking you, and the next thing you know, you got an axe in the back of your head and you're dead. Which, you know, that's something that happened to me from time to time.
From time to time?
Yes, from time to time. Yes.
Okay. If from time to time means a lot.
Alright, okay, alright. I did die more than I expected, since I was, you know, especially since I was playing on easy.
What?
You know.
You were playing on easy, and you died that many times.
Okay, you're gone now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Go.
No.
No. Go. I'm giving you 3 seconds.
You don't have the stones.
1.
Ah!
Bye. Oh, look at that. You can fly. Look at that. How about that? I'm sorry.
Tore my cape, piece.
What did I say about that? Excuse me, 1 sec. You can't say that. Stop! Stop! Go!
Ah!
Stay there. Just don't say anything else. This review has gotten way off task here. The combat, all around. Let's just keep going. The combat overall was very impressive. It was very easy to use and very responsive. The aiming was very easy. I used the Xbox controller. I'm not sure how mouse and keyboard worked. I'm sure it used pretty. It was very good to use. You had left trigger, right? Let me get this up for you. You had left trigger to aim your flashlight and your gun. He held them up at the same time like this. Like, this is your flashlight, this is your gun. Right? And then right trigger was shoot. Okay. Left bumper was to dodge and sprint. I think left bumper was to sprint. Maybe it was right bumper. And then you had the standard X, Y, B. Yeah, you had the X button was to, what was that? What was the X button? Oh, reload. Reload your weapon. The A button was to jump. B button was, to use things and to open doors and stuff. The typical setup.
If that's true, then I A-buttoned your mom last night.
You gotta be kidding me. Just sit there. If you say one word that doesn't that doesn't help this review, something, if you say something negative about the game, you're gone. You're going flying again. Magic carpet ride. Again. You got that?
Yep. Okie dokie.
Okay, again, the combat was terrific. As I said, it keeps you on your toes. Variety of enemies, you have some enemies that, just run right up to you and attack you melee style. And then you have other enemies that stay back a little bit and they throw things at you, which bugged the shit out of me. I hated that. I know, I just said it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure we said that more than we needed to. But who cares? Anyway. Now, there are also these larger enemies that, they take more bullets to kill. And they also take longer to, that's something I should talk about too, how you kill the enemies, right? Since these darkness characters, you have to shine the light on them first, and then that takes their shield off, and then they turn into humans or something, and then you shoot them with the gun, and that kills them. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. And the larger enemies, they just take more light, right? And then it takes more bullets to kill them. And there were also bosses. Well, they're bosses. I use the quotes because the bosses really weren't that much harder to kill than any of the larger normal enemies. It really wasn't that hard at all to kill them. Let's see. Throughout the game, there were also these collectibles. You had these coffee thermoses that were throughout the game. Some were easily spotted, and then others you had to search for a little bit in these random locations. Okay. You also had these manuscript pages located laying on the ground, on rocks. You had to pick those up, which I don't think I read any of those.
You can't read, that's why.
What? What?
I said, you can't read that, why? Because you're the man.
That was a much longer sentence than the one you said before.
Well, I did kind of trail off there in the end.
Okay. Whatever. Okay. Now, we'll just move on to the cons. Let's start with what was already mentioned, the story. As I said, it was a bit confusing and somewhat forgettable in my opinion. I liked Alan himself, he was cool, but the storyline itself was very forgettable for me. That's just my opinion. And don't get me wrong, it was definitely a fun ride. You know, it was good, it was a good ride, but it would have been more memorable if it wasn't so goddamn confusing. I mean, you have this darkness taking over everyone in the town, trying to kill Alan, but it may all be in Alan's head or something, because he's writing this book. I don't get it. I don't know. Now, I love a good story as much as the next guy. I love mysteries and all that, but not one where you have to remember every single character, every single detail, every single freaking event that's going on to understand the story. It's too much, man. It's too much work. It's like, hey, I remember you. You're that guy that I barely saw in the jail cell, that I didn't talk to at all, but somehow you're this much bigger piece of the puzzle in this tapestry of a mystery, wrapped in an enigma of a storyline, and I don't know what the hell's going on. That's how I felt when I was playing the game, story-wise. So that's why I took it as just a fun action adventure game, you know, because the story was just too much for me. But I suppose I'm just nitpicking, you know. One thing I did hate, though, that we did talk about, was Barry. Barry, oh my god, he was a pain in the ass from episode 1 all the way up until the end. I'm sorry, I didn't like him. He just got in the way, and he didn't do anything. He just made me want to push him off the cliff every chance I got. Because he was just useless. He wouldn't do anything to help out in any situation that you were put in. He would just be like, okay, you take care of that, you take care of that. He did help one part during this one sequence at this rock concert. You'll know what I mean if you play the game or you watch the walkthrough. That was the one time I think he actually helped you. Other than that, completely useless. He can't even drive a freaking car without driving it off the road. One of the funnier parts of the game. So, and he's also that one guy, you know, the one character in the movie that you want to see die because he's just so freaking annoying and useless. He's a useless, moronic dumbass. That's all he is. And it looks like his number's up. He's about to bite it, but then, and you're like, you know, you're getting excited and everything, but then something happens and he lives. And you get to the end of the movie and he's still alive, and all those characters that you liked in the movie, they all died, right? So that's how I felt with Barry. He was annoying. Very annoying. Now, there were other characters that were far, far more helpful than Barry, such as Sheriff Woody. Sheriff Woody was the sheriff that helped you later in the game. I can't actually remember her name. It is a woman. I called her Sheriff Woody because she gave me a Woody. Because that's what I called her when I was playing, and I totally forgot her name. But she kicked ass, man. She had a shotgun, and she was rocking that shit. She knew what she was doing. She was definitely a big help in the game. Okay? So, it's been quiet. It's good. So I've mentioned the pros of the game. I mentioned the cons. I would definitely say the pros outweighed the cons, simply because it was just a very entertaining and very enjoyable game overall. I really had a good time with it. You definitely get your money's worth, which it is only $30 on Steam for the collector's edition, which includes both DLCs. I can't remember the names of them. One of them is the writer, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, you get both DLCs and the main game for $30. Now, I think the price did go up to $35 today, or maybe tomorrow. So you had to act fast. The price, yeah, talk about the price. So for now, I want to talk about the score. The way my score works is based on seven categories. There we go. 7 categories.
Number 7.
Yes.
Oh, lucky 7.
Yeah, okay.
7 deadly sins.
Okay, they get it, yes.
Snow White and the 7 tiny kids.
Alright, okay, yes. 7. Those are also things with 7, yes, okay. Now, sorry, we had a technical difficulty. We are back now. Now we're talking about the 7 categories for my score. You have gameplay, length, entertainment, story, replayability, graphics, and last you have sound. Now, for the gameplay, it had excellent content, great combat, varied enemies, controls were very responsive. It was very easy to shoot, maneuver around. The dodge was a little finicky, but you know, that's no big deal. For length, it fell in at about, I think I finished it 10 or 11 hours. So that, which is very good for games nowadays, especially since this is single player only. And if you factor in the DLC, you'll probably add on a couple more hours, maybe 1 or 2 more hours. For entertainment, it was very enjoyable. I had a great time playing through this. You know, the only thing is, after a while, the fighting endless taken enemies did feel a little dry and repetitive. That's my only thing about the entertainment part. It did get a little boring fighting the same enemies over and over again. But that's neither here nor there. All games suffer from that, I think. So for story, as I said, it was confusing and it was forgettable for me. I just wasn't really interested in it. The characters were different. You know, the characters, it's a different story for the characters. I liked Alan. For the wife though, I didn't feel too bad because you didn't really get a chance to get to know the wife as much as you probably should have, because she's not in it much. You know, it happens right in the beginning, so you don't get to see her much. Replayability. There is much to do here once you've completed the game. There are thermoses, the coffee thermoses to collect. You have the manuscript pages to collect, and then you have the other achievements to collect. You do get a lot of them through your first playthrough. I think I unlocked a lot of them. And if you play on normal, I've heard, if you complete the game on normal, you'll also unlock the achievement for playing on nightmare mode, which I don't understand, but you know, test it out, see if it's true. But yeah, you have all those achievements to collect, the thermoses, definitely more things to do. And then on top of that, you have the DLCs from the collector's edition, which is good, which is really nice. What's the next one? You have graphics. What can I say about the graphics? The graphics are outstanding. One of the best looking games I've ever seen in any game. You know, one of the best on the market by far. I would, however, recommend having a higher end PC to play this decent. I mean, if you want to max this thing out, you need a beast of a computer to max this out. It's very demanding, very demanding. I was playing it on an M14X Alienware with a Core i5 2.4 gigahertz processor, 4 gigs of RAM, GT555M, graphics card. You know, it's a good laptop, and I was running it on medium with custom settings that were set pretty low. And it was still, you saw how it run if you watched my videos. The fog, I think it's the fog and the motion blur that really slow it down. Those two really pack a punch. So, just if you want to play it high, you need a really good computer. And lastly, for sound, the soundtrack was outstanding. The sound effects were very realistic. The thing about the soundtrack, you get that free with the collector's edition. You go down into your Steam folder, look under the Alan Wake folder under your Steam folder, and it's there under the soundtrack. It's a very good soundtrack. I listened to it. You know, I was playing with a headset, and some parts did make me jump because the sounds were very effective, used very efficiently. So, we've covered the 7 categories, and with that said, Alan Wake receives
5 superstars!
Dude, are you serious? You haven't said anything in like 3 to 4 minutes. And and that's when you chime in? That you take the score away from me?
Exactly. I was just too excited. I couldn't keep it in anymore.
I could understand that.
Ah!
Sorry, I couldn't keep that in anymore. So, stay tuned for our latest playthrough of Syndicate for the PC. This is Super Grover, signing out.